How did you guys feel when you found out that Big Pun passed away? Do you
That was
remember
crazy.
where
I
you
didn't believe
were?
it though.
Yeah, I ain't believe
Yeah, I didn't believe that shit.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
I was like, what? For real, for real. And then he had just did that I'm trying to live and all of that. I was
Right.
like, that's
so
the shit that always hit me. And I'm like, damn, he just said that too. And then he actually went out to try to live and didn't make it. It was crazy.
I think in his life there was so much going on to being an artist that he couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, attend to his own health, unfortunately, man. And it was just real sad, man, because I wasn't thinking about, oh, we lost Big Pun. I was thinking about, we lost a friend. But like we was brothers, like we could call Big Pun our brother too and shit, just like we could call Cuban, Joe, and you know what I'm saying, whoever else we was rolling with back then and shit. I was like, yo, that was my man. I was very sad about that shit, my nigga. And today, the only thing I'm very sad about is the curation of his legacy is not being put in position the proper way. All to the divisive situations that's going on with this person, that person, and this person. It's crazy.
And we're gonna get into that too. When were you guys saw like the progression of his weight gain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, were you guys concerned when you guys were witnessing that? Because the time you met him, you said that he was husky. He wasn't overweight yet.
Yeah.
When I got a little concerned, I went to his house over there, what he was saying over there by St. Lawrence and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in his house. He was recording. He had the studio there. He had a jeweler that came through and he was like showing him mad jewelry. And then they threw the beat on. And I noticed that he was doing like line by line.
He was punching his shit.
Yeah, and I never seen him do that because that's what I was going to say earlier. Like, I had a crazy pun story where we was battling some dudes on 125th.
125th from Fifth Ave, yeah.
And they outnumbered us.
There was some Brooklyn niggas.
So we called Toon, and Toon was like, yo, they was somewhere not too far away. I think it was like on 149th. And they was like, yo, we beat it in 10 minutes. And while we was battling, they pulled up, and he spit that Dream Shatter joint in the battle. We was battling some Brooklyn dudes. And when he spit that, he shut the whole street down. He took his shirt off
and all that. Everybody was going crazy.
And it was straight through. So to see that, and then we walked off like uptown champions, like, yeah, go back to Brooklyn, shut up. You know what I'm saying? So I went to his house and he was like, yeah, because I'm going in, I'll go to the park. And then they'll punch it in, and then he'll come back again. And he was doing like literally line for line. Like it was not even like two, like it was line, bar for bar type. And I was like, damn. And I'm looking at him like, oh, this don't look good. But then shortly after that is when he took off, and then that was it.
When I was in his house, I would make jokes with him because, you know what I'm saying, I used to be cross. These niggas probably still think I'm cross. But I had an operation, so I got my shit fixed. But we used to joke with each other. He used to joke on my eye. I used to joke on his weight. Just to, you know what I'm saying, tell him like, and now I have concerned conversation. Like, nigga, you need to fucking get control of that. It's getting crazy. You want to be here for your family and shit like that. But, nothing, you know what I'm saying, at that point, if you know Pun, ain't nothing nobody can really tell that man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do what he want to do. He had the luxury of that. You know what I'm saying? Whether good or bad, he's not going to listen. Listen, man. Pun wasn't afraid of nobody. Not Joe, not anybody, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pun will to anybody. That's why we loved him so much. He reminded him of us and shit like that, as far as Pun and Cuban and them and shit like that. We used to do the same knucklehead shit. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as his weight, man, it was just very unfortunate. It made who he was because he was so imposing as far as his figure and stuff, but at the same time, it was his detriment, unfortunately, man. I wish he could have just got control of that. It's a fact.
So you guys didn't believe it at first when you heard it, and then at what point did you, was it really confirmed for you?
I mean, it was everywhere. Like, I heard it, first I heard it was on the radio. And at that point, I had lost contact with a lot of people. So I didn't really have a direct contact. So I can't call Tony Sunshine or Cuban, Joe, none of them. I didn't have contact numbers to anybody at that very specific time. So it was I was like, damn, this can't be happening. But then when you hear it in the Hot 97, I'm like, oh shit, this shit is real. And then I forgot who I ran into. forgot who I ran into, and I think they plugged me in with Cuban, and I ended up speaking to Cuban and Tony Sunshine. And then it was real shit. And then after that was it. And then that funeral was like epic. Like that funeral was like fucking the president of the United States. Like it was just crazy shit. Everybody pulled up to that. Everybody. Like it was sad. It was a sad moment because he was a good dude. Like I don't, there's a lot of bad publicity on him also for other shit he did in his life. But like I said,
you can remember him from the time that
I wasn't there for that, man. I judge people based on what I dealt with them. And as long as you're not doing anything crazy and raping little kids and doing nothing crazy, what you do in your personal life is your problem. And that's what I'm saying? That's your business. That's how I look at it. I'm on my business, man. But
does it make you or not make you a terrible person? It is what it is. The makeup of a man is you make those choices to make the character of who you are. You understand what I'm saying? I can't speak on another man because one finger pointed to you, gotta have 3 fingers pointed back at you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put judgment on any man and shit. Not saying wrong or right. It is what it is.
Facts.